No one, you know, it's like, I don't know how to describe it really, like just think now, like if some other country came in and like shut off all our government and all our police left, you know, because police at one point were, I want to say, were deemed enemy because they had been shooting at us, you know, so they're like, yeah, we're shooting at police too. So, you know, it was a uniformed fighting force. I never had to shoot any, so I never had to, you know, come to that decision or anything like that. So, so there was no police, there's no government, there's no protection at all for these people's things. And like all the, you know, the bad Iraqis or the ones, you know, the looters just went and took what they wanted.
Oh, so this wasn't just everybody looting, was it?
I don't think so. Like I would have, I mean, to me that would be pretty, I mean, that'd be pretty ignorant as far as me saying that, like, yeah, the Iraqis are bad people, they shoot at us and stuff. Like, no, it's not all the Iraqis that shoot at us, and it's not all the Iraqis that are bad people. Like, there's a lot of good Iraqi people. It's just that in any population you go into, whether it's the Marine Corps or civilian or a different country, like, there's going to be that certain percentage of, you know, miscreants.
So I'm speaking for somebody who watched the war on TV. From what I saw on TV, it was the entire Iraqi populace of Baghdad who was just tearing the city apart.
Yeah, but that's TV. I mean, I don't know. Like, and this is maybe it's all just opinionated, but how many Iraqis did they show sitting at home, hiding in their homes? Like, TV is TV. They're gonna show what, you know, makes the money. Like, it may have looked like it, and it may have been. It may, you know, just as well have been all of the Iraqi populace. I don't know. I didn't do a poll, so I don't know how many of them it was, and I don't know how many of them were just sitting in their house being like, come on, people, go home. Like, just like during the, you know, LA riots. Like, was it all of LA that was out rioting, or was it, you know, like a bad number of people? Okay. Like, who knows? Like, I really don't know. But there was definitely a lot of looters. I remember that, but I remember some just ridiculous things. Like, it's like, come on, man, are you really stealing that bus? Like, okay, dude, stealing a bus, like a city bus. All right, man. But, you know, just weird things. Like, you'd see brand new scooters driving down the road, and like, it was funny.
I remember you saying earlier that one of the things about Baghdad was different was up until then, all the women you saw were
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely covered. Yeah, Baghdad was definitely more westernized. We would see women in jeans, which was to us like it had been months. At that point, it had been up like almost 3 months since we had seen, you know, any live women, like other than like magazines and, you know, magazines and stuff like that.
2 months in Kuwait and then a month pushing up to Baghdad.
Yeah, yeah. So seeing a woman in a pair of jeans was just like, you know, we were in awe, like, wow, that's awesome. You know, like, didn't know they had that here. Or even having their face uncovered, or some of them would, very few, would have their hair, you know, they'd show their hair. Like, that's a huge thing in Iraq, is like, they always cover their hair. Like, if they show their hair, there's something wrong. Like, or they're, you know, unclean or whatever, you know, they're just not accepted, you know, stuff like that, I guess. But we stayed there for, I want to say, there was a number of days that we stayed there. I can't give you the exact days. Maybe, seems to me like maybe a week or so, maybe.
I remember earlier saying that there were some patrols, and during one of those patrols, y'all ended up discovering like some kind of launcher or something like that.
Yeah, we found a Scud.
And it was
I couldn't tell you how far away it was, but I just remember there was a foot patrol that we had done, and there's really not a whole lot I can actually say other than on this particular patrol we found a Scud missile, and it was like under some cami netting. But I don't know if we did anything with it or what we did with it, if we did, or...
Well, I mentioned at that time we were just patrolling.
Yeah.
You call it in, huh?
Yeah, call it in, and I don't know what we did with it after that.
But I assume it was like a fully functioning Scud. Or
I would assume
they would have put
like
cami netting over
Yeah,
it.
why would they try and hide it from air, if it wasn't operable?
And this was like just on a street in downtown Baghdad.
No, it was like an industrial area, if I remember right. Like it was like, not like in someone's backyard or anything in downtown.
So from the air, an industrial complex